Good evening, guys. Welcome to the part 2 of the video. I want to show you the something in my device manager right here. As shown right here, the first boot device is Samsung, my old drive, the backup drive right now, and I have set in the BIOS the integral SSD 120 gig to be the first, but in device manager looks differently. That will not be a problem. As is shown right here, the integral, it does a better job, but I will show you first exactly. These are my drives right here. Of course, it's set into the BIOS on the AHCI controller, so it is installed correctly. I also reinstalled the Windows, including some of the updates, and the others are the hard drives that are installed in my computer. And now, if we minimize this, we'll see that the speeds are way better than my old one. Let's start by watching this for the Crystal Disk Mark 7. We do have for the reading 264.45. For the right, in the right side, we do have the 266.54. For the sequence, we do have 256.73. Pardon. For the right, 258.78. For the 4K rendering, we do have the 206.95, and for the right, we do have 203.78. Lastly, we do have the 30.52 and 63.59. In our right side, we do see that in ACE SSD benchmark, the speeds are a little lower than in Crystal Disk, but that is not very important because each program is testing the speeds differently. We do have for the sequence 259.53 megabytes per second. For the writing, we do have the 249.07 megabytes per second. For the 4K, we do have 32.38 megabytes per second, and for the write, we do have 56.02 megabytes per second. The 4K 6430, we do have 199.94 megabytes per second, and for the writing, we do have 256.17 megabytes per second. I'll not read the score anymore, so you see that the total score is 738, which is a very score. Now, if you analyze these numbers and you put them back and compare to what I had before, you'll see that the performance is an increase, so is actually almost double. But it will not benefit the proper speed that this integral SSD has, because instead of 560 and 530, 550 and 560, it will not benefit because my motherboard it doesn't have the SATA 3 controllers. So for that, I have come up with an idea. We do have an adapter that is working on the PCI Express 1X that is using the 6 gigabytes per second, and this is the proper one that is having right here. This controller has 8 port connector, 6 here, and the other 2 are on the top right here. And for the price that you're paying, of course, is not cheap, but in my opinion it's worth it because you can use it on the other motherboards like the 1156 like I have right here, or the 3066 platform, because it works the same. And so you can be convinced more, I will show you the results in user benchmark. This is my system, and of course the graphics card, it is worth replacing it, but I'm not gonna do that. So if you focus right here, we see that the this SSD is performing below potential, 32%. Ensure that this drive is connected to SATA 3 port with a SATA 3 cable. I do have the cable, the SATA 3, but unfortunately my motherboard does not support the SATA 3. And overall, this is what you have right here. The hard drives, the backup hard drives I'm using, and of course the 2 Seagates, 2 Western Digital, and the memory. The memory is not performing very well because it's 2x48 and 4x2 models, and of course it's different and it's not very good. Okay, so in my opinion, the investment really worth it. Of course, you can buy a different SSD like Crucial Ballistic. You can also buy the ADATA SSD. It will be almost the same, but for the price that I paid, of course, it's worth it. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, you know what to do. Wish you guys Merry Christmas.